Lika was dancing also before. She goes to dancing school, and since she's, I don't know, 6 or 7 years old. And but this dance she learned by rehearsing.
And how did you find the two girls actresses? Yeah.
So Maria I saw on the street. I was driving and I saw her on the street. She was walking.
And you kidnapped her, just like in the bread queue.
And I asked her if she wants to come to a casting. And Lika, so we have seen over 100 schools in Tbilisi, state schools, private schools, and so on. And we had casting over 1 year. And our casting director, Ekvtimishvili, she brought from one school a picture of Lika, and this picture was hanging on our wall a long time, and we called to the family, to Lika, and no response, or they could not come, and one day she came to us, and that was our Eka.
And the two have such a warm and close friendship between them. Is that something that really developed during the filming?
Between two girls?
Between Lika and
they did not know each other, but we had a final casting between Mari and Lika, and I think they loved each other from one.
Yeah, you can feel that.
Yeah.
Are there already any questions in the audience?
Well, just one more thing. Yeah, we spent a lot of time before the shooting, which was also very important. Not only rehearsing, but also we went to the lake, for example, when we first time started to rehearse the running, which was actually the first scene what we rehearsed. So this also was kind of an important time to spend time together and work like this together.
And that's how you achieve a real freshness and fluidity in the actual film, because it seems that you've really prepared every shot, right? I mean, a lot. Of course you prepare it, but yeah. If you just wait for the microphone, please.
Thank you for this wonderful film. I missed the credits, so I'm not sure whether it said that you actually filmed in Tbilisi. Did you? Yeah.
Yes.
How was it difficult finding the sort of pictures that I saw? Has Tbilisi changed since you were 14?
Yes. Tbilisi is now not the city. It was 20 years ago, and we were searching for these places, and such kind of places disappears now, and. But it's in this summer it was still possible to shoot film in Tbilisi.
Okay.
Yeah, we shot actually everything on original locations. So basically, what you see in the film is really there now. Maybe not in a year, but right now it's there.
Are there more questions from the audience? Yes. Ja, einen Moment auf das Mikrofon machen.
Entschuldigung, mein Englisch ist nicht so gut, so probiere ich das einfach mal auf Deutsch. Der gesellschaftliche Background der Geschichte ist so archaisch dargestellt, dass ich mir einfach gedacht habe, ging über diese Gesellschaft in Georgien 70 Jahre Kommunismus einfach hinweg und die Familienstrukturen waren so 18. Jahrhundert mäßig. Das ist mir nur so bei der Geschichte aufgefallen.
So I just quickly try to translate in English. He noticed that, or he felt that there was an archaical family structure which seems to be older than the entire history of communism.
Also ich würde gern für mich sagen, als Deutscher sozusagen ursprünglich habe ich ja auch einen gewissen Blick von außen, auch wenn ich jetzt dort lebe und immer mehr und mehr reinwachse, aber ich empfinde den Film sehr und auch so die Figuren, als wir die so inszeniert haben, also sehr stark irgendwie die Energie, wie es auch jetzt ist, also sehr stark auch das Archaische und dieses Familiäre und diese Energie Und ja, also ich habe das Gefühl, dass das was ist, was sehr, sehr tief da ist irgendwie.
So Simon said that he has the feeling that it's something that is very deeply ingrained, but as a foreigner, that's an impression that he has from the outside.
Ich kann nur sagen, dass in Georgien, also wie jetzt ist, viele Familien, also große Familien leben zusammen, angefangen von Großeltern und auch jüngere Generationen, und das ist, die sind ineinander verwachsen, auch in Familien und auch in Gesellschaft. Also das ist meine persönliche Empfindung, dass es alles so zusammen verwoben ist, und ich weiß nicht, ob das vom 18. Jahrhundert ist, aber auf jeden Fall ist es heute auch so, dass es so zusammen funktioniert.
So Nana is saying that the family structures are very, very closely interrelated. At least that's her impression, that families are still living together, young and old, and it seems to be ingrained. She's not sure if it's 18th century, but yeah. Any questions?
Yeah, I was also quite shocked at the violence, not just the violence pointing guns at each other, but the way people talk to each other, the absolute lack of order in the classroom and lack of respect, people jostling and pushing in lines to get bread or whatever. Have things changed also in this sense today?
I don't know. Yes, a lot of things. Maybe it's a little bit relaxed now than in the 90s. It's relaxed than in the 90s. But I had a talk with our sound designer, and he told us that Nana, Simon, in this film everything is so happy and so bright, and you are a really good person because you see all good people, and so it's just our view of 90s, but I can say that 90s it was really terrible time. So when I was 14, every week we were going to some funeral, some friends were dying, or a lot of terrible things were happening around us, and I think this kind of things are, I think, nothing to compare to really stories that happened in 90s.
At first, just once more, thank you for this great work and for this great acting. It was really, really great. I enjoyed it. And also, my question is, you both were directing the film. How was the work for you both and for the actors when there's not one director, than when there are two?
Yeah, I think what helped a lot that Nana and me were spending years with the story. I mean, we met like maybe 10 years ago, or almost nine years in Berlin, and there already was the story in her mind, because it's somehow connected to her youth. So we spent a lot of time really with this story and in our relationship, and so at the shooting, basically Nana was talking to the actors because of the language. So my Georgian is still quite poor, and but we felt like we always had the same feeling for what we want to achieve. So we and also there the way of shooting, as we really shot almost all scenes in one shot. We did the scene in the shot, and then we talked, and then we did it again. So this was basically how we worked.
I agree.
Can you say anything about the other actors? How have you found them? And
Yeah, we had a great casting director. So I mean, it's a mix out of professionals and non-professional actors. So we did a lot of casting. As Nana said, the non-professionals we found on the street or at schools. So we